Hi Collective, welcome to my channel, Crystal Shadow Work. Hi everyone. So this is going to be a very interesting reading, okay? So I got a lot of stuff brought to my attention last night. Some of it was because, I had some beautiful downloads and some guidance, right? And seeing that some others are starting to see through this veil as well. With confirmation of that. Okay, and also I had to definitely go get some black salt and protect my space and kind of get rid of any spell work that has definitely been affecting my mind, right? Because these spells were very much protected from, as chosen ones, are very much protected, or if you've got amulets, where you reverse these spells back to sender. But the mind, right? So it's like if anybody was doing like beauty spells against like your finances, things like that, those aren't going to work. They're going to go right back to sender. But it's the mind ones, right? It's that mind control, manipulation, right? And, I've been talking a lot about this, and very much like these secret societies are doing this, witches, covenants, and especially going into October, right? Into this, this season, they do a lot of spell work, and then we've got this eclipse coming, right? We're getting ready to reach eclipse season. Oh my gosh, when is it? Like the 25th, I think. We're like 2 days away from the eclipse. So we're starting eclipse season. So major changes, right? The chosen ones are definitely rising up and starting to awaken, which is going to cause a lot more spiritual warfare and attacks, right? And that's very much what I felt was going on with me, as I was definitely, because I was making major changes in my life, I felt I was vulnerable for these spell works and these attacks. And I wanted to tell you guys that it's crazy, the people that get targeted. Sometimes the people that are in fact carrying out the spell work, that are kind of mind controlled to do it, are in fact your family members, your friends. I know that may sound crazy, but when you listen to the rest of this, you're going to understand why, okay? It's because the spell work is in fact coming down through social media platforms. Yes, it is. And why do I say social media platforms that it's coming through? Because in fact, this would tear down the 3D matrix, as if all of us chosen ones are rising and spreading love and light and getting everybody to get to this 5D consciousness, to allow everybody to start realizing their power and their potential, right? Remember what I've said, that if you're able to manifest your heart's desires, you're able to manifest your dreams, your passions, whatever it may be, manifesting these opportunities to come right in fact to you. Would it then work, if everybody was getting everything that they desired on the up and up? No, it would throw off the matrix, right? So this all has to do with the way the world is been evolving, right? And we are now in Age of Aquarius, and they knew Age of Aquarius that we were going to start to awaken up. It has to do with the energetic codes. It has to do with the portals and the gateways and the energies that are coming through the planet at this time. This planet was meant to regenerate back to love and light. The DNA activations and upgrades that are happening are very much awakening. But see, there were certain things that were put into place to stop these activations from happening. Because even though these activations are very much happening to everybody, okay? It's still a mindset. If you're under mind control, you're not able to see above the veil, the illusion, right? You get stuck. And guys, I get it. It's strong. What finally broke it for me was that I know that there's always like inconsistencies. It's like, say I want guidance on something, right? And I go for an outside source for it. I'm going to find things to be controversial, like somebody's going to show me it this way, then there's somebody else is going to have their opinion on it, right? And you're going to find inconsistencies. But the fact that when I went looking for guidance and I started looking, every single resource that I went to had the exact same reasoning behind it, the same explanation. I was like, whoa, now that's not right. If every single person that I'm going to is all in alignment, then it's fake, it's false, it's altered somehow. Do you see what I mean? I had to break out of that. I had to go, no. Where's the person that's saying the opposite? Because there's got to be at least one. So then I was like, well, clearly it's because they don't want me to see the other way whatsoever, right? And then that's what led me to like, oh my gosh, like there's definitely spell work. There's definitely some sort of mind control, controlling my mind. And I've kind of known this because just like, you know, like when I go on Facebook, I'm in so many beautiful groups, right? Like I thought, you know, just the mind control would be like the fear, right? People love to share the things that, you know, the tragedies, the destruction, you know, things like that, news, right? Because that brings you down. It makes you feel lower inside when you hear, especially when you hear like war and children getting hurt, so the school shootings, like that hurts everybody, right? Where, you know, it brings us all down. So I always knew there was that, but I did not know, in fact, the severity of it, that they're actually putting things in to hypnotize, right? That's what pulls you in, guys. If you hear about, you know, a lot of the stuff is leaked through the movies, through the music, because we've been doing that as light workers, as star seeds, have been doing that the entire time. We've been putting stuff out there for the ones that kind of see that, the ones that break free, the ones that, in fact, realize that, oh my gosh, like, look, they're slipping something out in the music. Or for one of you that you listen to a song and just the lyrics are so important to you, and it talks about and you're just like, whoa, yeah, you know, like the people that get it, right? So it's the ones that are thinking outside, the ones that are analyzing, right? So anyways, like you're able to shake that off, right? Especially the ones that, it's often the ones that are just defined in the matrix, right? They don't like a lot of electronics. They love the outdoors. They'd rather be outdoor and not stuck in these phones. When they talk about the zombie apocalypse and all that stuff in the movies and everything, you guys think, oh, zombies walking around control. Guys, it's these. It's these. Do you not see everybody just in them? You look around, what do you see? Everybody in these phones. They're so worried about the phones and the electronics that you're not living your life. You know, it's brainwashing you. It's controlling you. It's making you feel stuck. And see, if you're stuck in the 3D, if you're focused on electronics and you're focused on money and material things, that blocks you. The more material things that you have, it blocks your energy, your creativity. We've been giving our power away. These things drain you. They're like energy vampires, right? That's why I've always said, like, there's poltergeists in them. They pull your energy. They take you away from living life. They take you away from creating and planning. Because after you've been on their phone for a couple hours, you just feel kind of so depleted. Your brain's not in that creative mindset. You're not wanting to, you know, create things and be a dreamer, especially if what you've been watching is in fact draining your energy, you know, making you sad, you know, making you not inspired and things like that. So you have to really limit yourself. Like I've always known that sometimes I would get in Facebook and it's like, gosh, I'd be sucked in for an hour, right? And even though I'm in my inspirational groups and all of that, I just still, so I learned that when I do want to get on, like I scroll really fast. And I don't look at every single thing because that's when I feel like it's starting to grab me. I just scroll really fast and then I click at the things that get my attention, and I know like if I've been on, you know, like 10 or 15 minutes, I'm like, okay, time to get back off. So I'm not saying you completely have to get away from it, but you need to be mindful how much of the time and energy that you're actually giving these electronics and these apps, right? Not to mention it's doing the kids, you know, with video games and TV, and just there's so much stuff in all of the electronics that are in fact creating this energy too. And these all of these electronics radiate, you know, ions, and they even warn you of that, AMF, right? You have to find ways to block those out, you know. So I've been telling everybody you need to purify your homes, having salt lamps, things like that, burning different things, clearing out the energy, even just clapping, making noises in your house, clear them out. There's different crystals that you can use and wear that help absorb that energy, opening up your windows, letting in sunlight. A lot of us don't think to do that. And of course, they're not going to all warn you of that because it's part of the matrix, right? They don't want everybody to be dreamers and everybody to be manifesting and living their best life, right? Because then it wouldn't work. Then this whole system would not work, right? So it's really important that you guys need to just be mindful that a lot of you are under mind control and spell work and you don't realize it, okay? Okay, so unfortunately that some of like your family and your friends and things like that, and it's like the spell work. Okay, when people hear spell work, get into this. I fix my camera fell. When people get into spell work, they think that, oh, you have to be a witch, right? To do. I mean, yes, there are witches that use the different herbs and spices and create things. And I know, I'm a white witch, I work with love and light. Mine are only out of love and light, and I work with crystals and healing. But the black magic, that's where you work with the dark energies, the ones you're not supposed to. So there are those, but like I said, spell work can only work as if you give it power, right? If you give it power, and if you believe it's true, if you lower your vibration and you allow it to come towards you, in fact. Okay? But what I'm getting at is, see, there's, okay, hold on. Let me take a minute. All right, so you have to come above this spell work. You have to come above this mind control, this manipulation, right? You have to come above it and realize that you have the power to come above this and not be under control. So, times that you're feeling vulnerable, you're feeling sad, you're feeling isolated, you're feeling in these dark energies, like you really much need to go outside. Going outside cleanses your energy, cleanses you. It's going to eradicate that stuff. It's going to get it away from you and all of that. All right, so you need to be mindful of the energy that you're giving, that you're allowing come your way, right? And like I said, so like if you're a child, sometimes your children get in these energies, where, they have a bad day at school, they're getting bullied at school, and then they're coming home and they're in that sad energy and stuff, and that sadness is then pulling on you and bringing you down and stuff like that, and different things, so like a lot of it is you guys got to find other ways to be able to replenish your energy. You need to find ways to keeping like your children away from these energies. And when you notice some things like that, sadness and anger and frustration can be very addictive. It's like it's sticky, it's like if somebody's very heavy and then they come into your environment, it brings you down, sort of thing. So some of you are like very much like you're getting stuck in these toxic cycles and patterns, right? Due to these things. There's just so much of it, and that's why as light workers and earth angels are here, awakening that, giving you the hope and giving you the inspiration to still go after your dreams and desires and all of that. And we very much are. We're here to awaken everybody. See, we're here at this time. It's very, very important because, like I said, Earth is resetting itself, right? And, oh my guys, so don't get distracted. Okay, so since Earth is in this process of resetting itself, all right, and regenerating with the DNA activations and all of that. That's why it's very important as chosen ones are rising up. But see, it's still a mindset. If you want to benefit from the DNA activations and the upgrades that are going to bring you back to love and light, you very much have to work with it by getting out of that mindset and that control. So you have to stop being controlled by your electronics and stop being sucked into them. You have to be going outside more, getting more sunlight, things like that, fresh air. You have to be learning to release things when you notice that you're sad or you're angry or you're mad. You need to be grateful and thankful, and you need to flip it. You need to start saying things that you are grateful and thankful for, and you have to release. Because see, we choose to hold on to these energies of frustration, anger. A big thing is you need to just breathe. Whenever you blow out and you take a deep breath, and you let go, you're letting go of the negative energies and the ions. And when you take a deep breath in, you're immediately calling in your angels and your spirit guides and Son of Masters, whoever you may have with you, that's going to help you identify why you're feeling the way that you are. They're going to allow you to release it and let it go. You have to be willing to work with them, right? Because we do have free will here, and we have so many beautiful souls here available to us, but you have to ask for their guidance and assistance. And you can very much ask, like I ask my angels a lot of times, please take away my anger, or please take away my sadness or my fear, and they will. And sometimes I can ask them just to give me some energy and things like that, and they do, and that's very beautiful. So, all right, so this is definitely, it's a very significant time. It really is. And like I said, these activations are happening. 5D Christ consciousness is bringing back the knowing that God is very much inside you. You are not separated from God. That was all part of the 3D matrix and the control. They wanted you to believe, in fact, that God was separate from you. He's not. God is source divine, the creator, everything that's in everyone, everything and in us, and you're the co-creator of that. So whenever you want to connect with God's source divine, it's already a part of you. So you don't have to pray separate to him. You within, right? So as within, you need to know that it's already in. Part of this separation, that's why I'm saying like religion and everything was to teach you, was separating you, right? It was never supposed to be about that. Like the end times, the revelations and all of that. Revelations is only going to come together if this 3D matrix stays the way it is. And there's actually this spell work and everything is trying to, in fact, make the revelations come about. I personally know because I've been having the attacks come my way, trying to get me to like want to be a part of the revelations. And I know that may sound messed up, but if you guys look at some of my readings like a week or so ago, that was happening to me. I was under mind control and spell work, and it was in fact making me want to bring about, because see, we can bring about revelations if the mindset. So if they were projecting on me, it's going on a lot of others, right? So if it's getting projected on others, then it can be created. It's just like creating fear, watching the news and all of that stuff. If everybody's watching it, everybody's feeling as though, oh my God, revelations is coming, and everybody as a whole starts to think about it, you guys are going to create that. Now, why didn't everybody see smoke and mirrors, right? When you want to control something, you're not fully going to tell why you're controlling it or how. You're going to have it look over here while you're controlling it from over here. They've been able to control it over here with the devil energy, with, did everybody not realize God's source divine is the creator of everything, right? Created this beautiful world and all of us. Why would he want to destroy it? Why? So this whole time, like... No, they don't. The ending is not real. Big real, guys. The ending is not real. The facade, the story, the Bible would not be, you wouldn't believe it, you wouldn't fear it if it didn't have this ending where you feel like the end of the world's going to happen if you don't conform. Guys, that's what his earth angels are here. We are waking everybody up. We are saving the world. We are. The world is going to be saved. The world is able to regenerate, to heal itself. But it needs to happen right now. Did everybody not realize that is what, in fact, the pandemic, everything, it was to try to show you that, look at what's happening, end times are happening, but it was also to get everybody to get scared, to do what? Stay inside, to not get sunlight, right? To get everybody on the electronics, as that was your only source to get guidance, right? To get everybody in fear, right? Because getting everybody in fear, getting everybody inside, getting everybody to self-isolate, getting everybody under control. Guys, wake up! Oh my gosh, like I get it. I feared it for a little bit. What finally broke it for me, because I had an asthmatic daughter. I was with somebody that had a very compromised immune system, things like that. And I did everything, right, to keep us protected and safe. And we stayed in for the summer, and we actually all contracted COVID because we had an installer come to our house that was sick, right? And he was coughing all over the place. I'm like, oh my God, we're going to get COVID. And we did. And my lover at the time, he ended up in the hospital, very compromised and all of this stuff, but he recovered from it and everything. But anyways, like, to me, like, yeah, it very much is a real thing, but it's also a virus and everything. But anytime he would get really sick, he'd be hospitalized too, so don't get scared by what I'm just saying, okay? But all of his kids, like, we didn't take any medicine or anything. I just got a bunch of juices because I knew that juice is the antioxidants, and it's easier to drink, and you keep your fluids up and things like that whenever you're sick. So I've always been about natural healing, right? And natural things, and working with crystals, as that's the shamanism, right? So anyway, I've always known that they're natural ways to heal or whatever. So yeah, we've gotten COVID a couple times. But anyways, what I'm getting at is even that, like, I still didn't want to spread it, I was worried. And then one day I was like, this kind of goes against everything. Because in fact, if you are living in fear, you're giving your energy to the devil. You're supposed to be trusting God, having faith in God, divine source, to keep you safe. So if you are, why are we walking around in fear? Right? Now, yes, of course, if you're sick, that's just like with anything. Stay away from people. But covering your face, stopping yourself from getting fresh air to keeping your body healthy, that just never seemed right for me. So then when I started like, yeah, we need to let go of fear and know that we're safe. And then I started to realize like, oh my gosh, me being an empath and feeling the energies out everywhere, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel the fear and the anxiety and the worry. And, you know, and right at the same time, you know, the 5G and all of that was rolling out. Guys, I'm going to stop there so this video can be uploaded. But like I said, very much brainwashing and things like that. There's the actual hypnotizing stuff, spell work, all sorts of stuff. Oh, but what does it say with spell work is that people think that you have to create potions off. Spell word is simply things that you say of your mouth. When you project something towards somebody, like if you say, I wish you would get hurt, you just created spell work against them. And now something's going to come back to you, multiplied, things like that. You're not supposed to be talking bad about others. You're not. You're not supposed to be wishing anything. This world works on a vibration of laws of attraction, give and take. What you give out, you receive back. So if you're wishing ill upon someone, it's coming back to you, multiplied, depending on the intention that you set out there. So that's why if you're in this energy of love and light and positivity, right, that's all you're going to get back. That's why, like, you know, the people that are givers and all of that, they're opening up to be able to get things to come back to them. Not these people that just, you know, don't ever give and things like that. You can get trapped. Having a bunch of material items creates stagnant energy, which in fact keep you trapped and stuck too. So I wanted to tell you guys, be careful, because a lot of times, like, it might not even be you, but it could be your friends, right? And your family members that's just on electronics too much, and they're getting kind of brainwashed and getting stuck in that negative energy. And then they're in fact projecting envy on you because they're jealous of maybe your love and light and your energy, and it's bringing you down. And in fact, it's they could be creating spell work against you simply because they're jealous and envious because you're happy and of love and light, and they're depressed. And that's what I mean. Like, it's so crazy. There is so much spell work that is going on. It's not just all the witches and all of that. Just really, you just need to know that you just got to stay as happy as you can and try to release this stuff. Let it go, love and light. When you start to realize that certain people are creating you and pulling on you and bringing your energy level down, then you need to know you need to distance yourself. You need to create boundaries, right? The more people that can do that at this time, you're going to help with the elevation, because it's like, it's going to be a chain reaction. Everybody is going to come up, but we need to start eradicating a lot of this, right? So this message I wanted to give out for whoever finds this. It's so beautiful that I've connected with such an amazing, beautiful soul that has helped me see through the illusions, because there has definitely been so much. Oh my gosh, and I just feel so much better, because I was like I felt like I was losing my mind and losing my hope, and that's what they wanted us Earth Angels to do. A lot of Earth Angels have been corrupted and flipped, unfortunately, but I feel that they're going to find their way, because I did. I just knew something wasn't right, so I knew to kind of go against what I was feeling. And it's crazy how much mind control and stuff that there are, not to mention, you know, the stuff in the foods, you know, they make you kind of sad and depressed and not feel right, and it's a big thing, but there's definitely hope. So like I was saying, they don't say in the end how we're going to save world, because if they did, then people wouldn't have, you know, just... You see what I mean? You can't put how you're going to save something in the end, and the enemy would have found a way to outsmart it, right? You don't think that God had this plan? That part's hidden, guys. That's why a lot of people have said, like, a lot of the revelations or whatever were added or changed. Like, I don't know. I've never followed the Bible. I know that I've always went directly for God for guidance and assistance, that I know who my ascended masters are. I knew who I work closely with, that I never needed to go to church and read the Bible to know and connect with God. I always knew he was a part of me, and I've been talking to him ever since I was little. So, all right, guys. Well, love and light to all of you. That was definitely my reading that I had for all of you. So I hope that helped you. Definitely please like, share, subscribe. All right, guys, if you were guided to me, you were guided to me for a reason, so you should definitely check out more of my stuff. All right, guys, love you. Bye.